Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. It gives great pleasure for me to come before you today to speak to you on behalf of the human body. We're going to concentrate a little bit on the arteries, that you may understand and look into a different way about the operation of the human body. My name is Earl Harris, and I think it's good for us to look at the human body in a different way than we have always viewed it or understand it from what was given before. So I want to draw your attention for a few minutes to this chart. I have the chart here. I'm showing you the heart. And we don't need to go through the chambers of the heart. We want to concentrate on the arteries. And we can see you have two different colors within the arteries. There is red and there is purple. According to the medical teaching, they concentrate on the artery in a different way. And I want you to try to understand what we're trying to show you, that you may have a different mindset about the body. The red arteries is the one that they teach is the oxygenated arteries. The blue is the one that they teach is that the oxygen is reduced. But I want you to think differently from this day onward about the arteries, that you may understand something different about the human body, differently than what you have always been taught. The red one is the pressure side of the body. And this is where we could use these two and say this would be the intake and this would be the exhaust. Or we could use it in a different way. This is the suction side and this is the pressure. This is the one that pushes the blood through the body by pressure, and this is the one that brings the blood back through by suction. The confusion, I think, to a lot of people is they are misunderstanding and don't think about the heart in this manner and the arteries in this way, which I want you to try to understand from this day forward and look at your body in a different way, that you may understand something different than what the medical professionals or medical scientists is teaching you about your body. Because the understanding that most of us has gathered about the body is the way it operates and what caused the arteries to clog up. But I want you to look at the picture in a different way from this day forward, that you may understand something that you might not have understood before, is this. If this is pressure and this is suction, they constantly keep telling you about the arteries. And I'm going to bring you over to a greater detail of the body, that you may see a little more about the blue and the red, how it operates into the body. And you see this is the blue, and if you follow the instruction, you can see, or the diagram, you can see how the blue goes all over the body. And they say this is lack of oxygen, or the oxygen is much more or less within there. And then you can see the red coming from you can't see all the direction from your heart. But the diagram that we had before, if you can go back over to this diagram, you can see a part of it coming from your heart with red. And then you come over here, you can see how the red travels through the body. See, and this side you have less blue. They show no blue in this section. But in this section of your arms, on the left side, you see more of the lack of oxygenated blood. Veins and artery going through the body. But what I want you to think about from this day forward, that you may understand something about your body, and you can think to be more independent, to have a different mindset of your body operation. See, if this is pressure, this is done by pressure, it's pushing, and this is done by suction. What I want you to look at from this day forward, the Medical Association teach you about the plaque that develop within your arteries. And I want you to see and to understand that the teaching that you're getting seems to be somewhat far-fetched, that you may understand and see completely different, that you may learn to develop independence in your thinking for yourself, that you may see what is transpiring. This sucks the blood from different area of the body. The blue. it takes the blood back. So actually what is happening, the blood is circulating through the body. It's circulating constantly. The red is the pressure side. The blue is the suction side. So one side suck it back while someone push it. It's just like you have a mechanical pump that is within a vehicle. So the arteries here for suction have to make in a way that it doesn't collapse in the suction as it's sucked. The pressure side is made that as the pressure is increasing there, it doesn't burst. So the body is so fantastically made that the body is able to control the suction that it doesn't collapse and the pressure that it doesn't burst. But the contention that is driving people to a misconception is the plaque. If this side is pushing with pressure and this side is sucking with a suction, therefore whatever the plaques would be according to what they are teaching, what he should have done is to either go into the heart. And this is the picture of your heart. It gives a cutaway that you can see. We're not going to describe the cavities of the heart and what take place. I just want you to give you an illustration on your arteries, that you can think and be independent from this day to understand what happening to your body. If this is pressure pushing and this is suction pulling, so this would be the intake, this would be the exhaust. So therefore, as they teach about the plaque within the system, then why isn't it going within the cavity of the heart as it sucks? And why isn't the pressure pushing it away, that it would go to the smaller area of the body, the veins, and plugs your vein up first, instead of it would remain closer? I am just giving you an understanding. I will not give you the full knowledge about what is transpiring. I am doing that for a special reason. Until we go further, as we move into teaching you about the body, then you might understand exactly what transpires within the body. We are moving at stages, and therefore sometimes it's too rapid to give you everything in the beginning. So we are just bringing you into a place where you may be able to think from now on and have a different mindset about the teaching that has been given over the years. Because I'm even speaking about myself with the understanding that I have gotten from the medical professionals about the human body. And I never think about the pressure that would concentrate it into the arteries and then break down into the veins that goes to the area of the body that requires smaller portion of the blood. And as it bring it back through, so actually what is happening into the body, everything is connected that go in the circulation, that it circulate the blood through the body. But what we need to see and to understand, if that was the case, that the plaques were formed in the blood, why do you have it not move into the smaller area of the body and plug your veins and give out a problem somewhere else instead of just the closer to your heart or just within the arteries? See the arteries, how large they are, and then if you observe the veins, see the veins, how small they are, and the area that it goes through the body, that it brings the blood. So therefore, what I want you to think about from this day forward is to understand the arteries, the size of it, and the pressure that transpire within the larger area, and as it has to hold the pressure to go to the small area. And as it goes to the small area, it reverses again back through and come back through to the heart, to the blue. You can follow my pointer and see the red and the blue, how it continue to go throughout the whole body. So it circulates. And then the point about it is that the concentration of the pressure and the suction area. So to understand that you may look forward and look at your whole body in a different way, that you may see and understand that some of the teaching that we are getting is not correct. So, this is what we have to say. But as we move forward and begin to open your understanding, you may see and understand that many things that we are getting and the way we are being taught is not the proper way for us to think about our body. We need to think about our body in the manner to understand that our body is much more greater than they are teaching us. The body is capable of doing things in a marvelous way, and that's what we are going to teach you, but we are starting out in stages. So it's give me great pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to be able to stand before you or come before you and to start instructing you that you may understand how your body works. So some of the time we can speak about your heart and your arteries, more about your arteries. We can speak about your kidneys and your livers and the total function of your body, which is completely different from the way the medical professionals are teaching it. So I thank you for the time, and I don't want to take much time with you today, but as we move forward in the next stage, you can see and understand more about your body, that you can learn to relax and live a healthy life, live a life that you can survive without medication. And I thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be with you.